What should we call each other? We didn't. Are we gonna just use our
Yeah,
actual names?
I'll
Cause,
just call
cause
me Ash and I'll call you Khalil.
got it. Like I. The one thing we didn't think about is like the most important. Who would have thought?
We were there like, we've got the planning done, and we just didn't think of what even to call each other.
Boo. Did I scare you? Anyway, taking a short pause to explain what monstrosity is happening here. Here we have Ashraps, a great friend of mine. If you've ever checked my channel description or heard from any of my socials, you'd have seen that we had planned this little podcast of ours. I think I manage this podcast. So, if you have any topics for us, make sure to send it through my Instagram found in the description. Also, I'll be leaving Ash Rap's socials down there as well if you want to check him out. Yeah, the simplest thing. We had all the tough bit just done. Didn't think of the simplest bit. Alright, let me.
Okay, so Khalil,
What's up?
what's the podcast going to be about?
Glad you asked. Let
Oh,
me. I don't know. Alright, so to start off, you have a channel.
yeah,
I have a
Ashraps.
channel.
Sub now because I need more subscribers.
He puts music out,
It's definitely not bad music.
and maybe he might drop his bio rap. It was something really made me soil my
No, we're not
trousers.
talking about. No, we're not talking about that. That's his personal project. We're not making that public. We're not making my environment thing public. We're not doing that.
uh, uh,
I guess I got a new song coming soon. I
hey,
don't know what it's gonna be called,
but we know it's there.
but it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop.
It's gonna drop.
Have you got any videos coming, Khalil?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you at this point, but I'm sure I'm working on something.
Didn't you ask the last upload like a few months ago?
No, I uploaded pretty recently.
I have a schedule before I just upload every 6 months. Oh yeah.
Yeah, tight schedule. Every 6 months.
For complaining, I'm like, look at the schedule.
I'm not even. I'm not even that consistent myself. I thought I was gonna be putting out like 2 videos every month. Didn't even do that.
Bro, last year I was like, okay, we'll make a song every month, and then at the end of the year, which is going to be 2020, I'll be like, okay, I have 12 songs, and that's enough for an album, right? I did January, February, waited until like I don't know May, and then I haven't made a song since.
It- Something else. Oh, we might do a song together. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, it doesn't turn out.
We're gonna do. Wait, we are.
I don't know, man. But
Okay, so what's today's podcast gonna be about, Khalil?
we're gonna have our introductions, so it's not weird next time. And we're like, "Hey, I'm so and so," because they already know us, right?
Yeah,
Cool, cool. So we have both. We both have channels. You do music. I guess I do gaming stuff. And
gaming stuff. Yeah,
gaming stuff. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a technician.
you
People,
fat
people.
bum.
Mm. We already kind of talked about the plans. You talked about
Yeah,
how you're
we
gonna
we kind of did.
put your music out.
So, Khalil, what was your inspiration for doing this podcast? What makes you want to do it?
Well, we have a record for putting a little act together. So I was like, hey, maybe we could put a little act together again, and boom. I don't know.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Inspiration for your channel,
Wait, for the podcast or for my music channel?
for your music channel.
Well, I broke my knee. But actually, no, somebody else broke my knee. Actually, he broke he broke he broke my knee. We were playing basketball and track and field. I don't even know why they made us do it. And then this guy who was like 20 something, flying kneed me like a Muay Thai guy. He just jump kneed me when I had the ball. So, yep. And then my knee collapsed, and then I was sat down at home, and I thought, you know what? I might make some music.
Sounds very like mine. Besides the knee bit, I don't know. Don't know what to tell you about that one. But yeah, pandemic. I'm at home. I'm not gonna just sleep all the time. Might as well start using the things I have.
You might as well use gaming to get girls.
Yeah. Anyway. Um, um.
or
We
guys, depending on your preference.
yeah, or guys, do whatever you're into.
Or chairs. Okay, no, I can't.
What?
I can't even. I can't even condone. Not chairs.
Not
If
chairs.
you're banging a chair right now,
Stop it. Yeah. If you're banging a chair right now, just stop it, man. That chair's gonna hurt your feelings.
just do something. Just any human being is
Go
fine. Just not
outside.
a
Look
chair.
look outside or something. You know, touch some air.
No, don't. Not in that way though.
Not
Not in
not
that
not
way.
wait, yeah. If you're touching air, then I mean, man.
Their parents walk in and he's just like, I found a cold spot.
He's just in the corner like, I can feel it. I can feel the air. Parents walk in. What are you doing? No, mom, don't look. And he's just like molding his hands around a cold spot.
He's just in the air whacking it, just like.
I can don't air, please. And she's like, are you? What are you doing to the air? Like, don't don't
Jimmy,
look, mom.
Jimmy, why have you got the fan on full blast? Don't ask questions.
Saying, you know how when you stand in front of a fan and you start talking, it does like the robotic thing.
Yeah.
He's sitting there.
He turns the fan off and then just goes, "Oh, that's the best I've ever had."
Ferris walks in and he just calmly turns down the fan. She's like, you always know how to please a man.
Bro, we're probably like what 5 or 10 minutes into, and we've already gotten here on this podcast. I'm sorry for the viewers.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We waffle so much, hence the name Wafflecast, but we waffle so much that some of it is actually enjoyable to listen to.
Did you hear that Conor McGregor lost I think last week or the week? No,
didn't.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
I did not. But
Yeah, he had a fight with a guy who he beat in the first round the first time they fought, and then this time the guy knocked him out. I like McGregor. I'm a massive fan, but I thought, you know what? The fair play to the other guy. Honestly,
fair play
I
to
mean,
the other guy.
he went from being knocked out to knocking the other one. I mean, that's fair play.
He
You
went
can't-
from
you can't
losing
knock it.
to just winning.
And everyone else is going, he won. Don't hate it.
Yeah,
He won.
everyone else is going, oh, he hit him in the peen. Oh, that's not fair. Like, mate, listen, if you're if you look at this one guy, right, and he straight up bopped your head last time, I'm gonna hit him in the peen as well. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
like wait.
Apparently there was a problem with the ref because apparently it was Jimmy and he was too busy with the air, so he wasn't even watching the fight.
He was too busy inhaling, so he didn't see one guy get bopped his head right on the canvas. Everyone's like, what are you doing, ref? Call it out. Call it out. This guy's getting his head stomped in on the canvas. Jimmy's just like, like, mate. He's down,
Jimmy's
he's
the type
down.
of guy. Jimmy's the type of guy to have a 2-week quarantine. Come out, breathe the fresh air, lay on the ground, just start rolling in circles. Go,
2 week quarantine. He comes out, breathes the fresh air, and he just passes out. He just passes out like, fresh air, fresh air.
His wife and kids.
Yeah, his
Mom,
wife
what's
and
daddy?
kids. His wife and kids. You didn't.
They all have the syndrome.
You wouldn't even think it could get any worse. And then you mentioned his wife and kids. He's rolling around in the air, breathing fresh air, and then his wife and kids come out. Terrible. Terrible. Man. It goes from, oh yeah, he loves air a little bit too much, to, yeah, his wife and kids watch him pass out in front of the lawn and then roll in the grass while going, oh, fresh air. Terrible. Terrible.
Oh my.
Oh. Alright, the quarantine. Since we mentioned it, there is a part on here that talks about the pandemic. So, since we both, started our little channel. You started your channel during the pandemic?
No, I started mine, I think, January in 2020. So I think 2 months before it locked down in Germany.
I see.
So I actually made more music before the pandemic, and in the music, my schedule just went away.
Oh, I see, I see. So the pandemic kind of like did something weird to the schedule.
Yeah.
So
Well, not really. I just got lazy. I just stopped doing it.
what do you think you'd be doing if there wasn't for the pandemic?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, because I broke my knee, probably not that much. Because it's not like I
Mm.
could like I can train now, but I mean, at the time, I couldn't. If there wasn't COVID, now I would be able to train anyway. But like because of COVID, it's harder to. I can't join a club at the moment because obviously that's not happening. So I don't know. Where would you be? Yeah, what would you be doing?
Uh, Probably outside watching some guy get his head stomped in a canvas and Jimmy not calling the quit.
You'd be passing out because of all the
I'd be yeah. I would take a good whiff in, pass out. And everyone's like, what is he doing?
goes to his job. Jimmy goes to a job interview. The boss just goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry. It's getting really hot in here. I think I'm going to turn on the AC, Jimmy."
Jimmy, no, please don't turn on the AC.
Okay, well, fine. I'll just open the window and said,
No,
"Please no."
no, no. You ever watch those shows when there's a bit and it's like the character does something weird and then in the background you see like a wife and her kids and the wife's like, "Oh, don't look at him, honey," you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's any literally Jimmy when he's just inhaling fresh cold air, just out and about. Everyone's just like,
The children,
don't look at him."
the children have a sports day and they have like all of their races or whatever. The wife's got like the video or the husband. I don't know. They've got the video recorder and their video going, "Oh yeah, go go," and then Jimmy's Jimmy's just led in the grass. It's like, just like I love nature.
Make the basket, sweetie. You just see Jimmy just in the background, just rolling around in the dirt, like, oh, fresh air. And you don't notice it at first until like you rewatch the recording and you just see like the pixels just ever so slightly moving in the background. Just like, what is that? You see him like walk outside his door, then collapse, and then just roll around on his like in his front lawn. Oh mate. Oh, okay. So you said that the pandemic hasn't really affected your channel in any way.
No, I affected my channel. Bro, I got in January and February. I think I gained a few subs, and I was getting my. I have a pineapple freestyle.
Check
Don't
it
hate
out.
it, you know. I made a freestyle about pineapples, but that got like 400 views, right?
Right.
I've now left it too long that I made a beat recently, and I think it's got 60. Nah, but I need to start uploading more because otherwise it's just going to be. Honestly, in this pandemic, I think we all need to learn that, like, you've got to carry on doing what you. It's so easy to get lazy. Like, it's just so easy. To the viewers, if you're thinking, oh, I need to work out, but I can't be asked, just do it. It doesn't hurt you if you do it. It's just in anything, you know?
Unless you have to go outside to do it, then it might hurt you eventually. Just don't breathe in too much air that could be potentially bad for you. You know,
Jimmy's just like, I can taste the COVID.
I can smell the COVID. Jimmy, I don't think that's a good thing you should be smelling. Oh, it has a different taste to it.
I'm immune!
Next thing you know, Jimmy's like That's the reason Jimmy would be quarantined for those 2 weeks. That's the exact reason. Earlier on, we mentioned, oh yeah, Jimmy comes out of a 2 week quarantine. Yes, that's exactly why Jimmy would be quarantined. Smell the
Everyone
fresh.
thinks he passes away and he's in the coffin. They go to put him in the ground, and then all you hear from inside the coffin is just, "Oh yeah."
It's just the muffled smelling.
What's our title description going to be? Is it just going to be like they just what are we going to what? Because there's nothing in particular that we talk about.
Alright,
We went
so
from talking about a cage fight with Conor McGregor to talking about a guy who loves to sniff his air.
talking about a really old inside joke that just can't die out. It's so strange. But I'm probably gonna write the description to this. It's probably gonna be something like I might even say it now just so I can literally copy it word for word. It's probably
Nice one.
it's probably gonna be the introductions and then it's like, let me mind you, it's us two. We definitely do waffle a lot. Boom. Full
I think this was a
descriptions.
good introduction to the podcast. I feel like we can make the next episode a bit longer, but I think this was good for today.
We definitely did everything on the list. Not the way it
For
was.
the audience, we're not so stupid that we have to look at the list, but we have a list. Just
But
just in case.
we have a record of just waffling, and we didn't want to just waffle, which we still ended up
Well,
doing.
we did it anyway.
We still did it anyway, but we tried at
We must
least.
have some issues because we were just talking about Conor McGregor fight, and then one of us said something about a pandemic, and then we spoke about that. Like, I don't even know how that links.
I'm not even looking at the list at this point. I stopped looking at the list after like we started talking about the air bit. I just every now and then I look back at it. And I'm just like,
As soon as he started talking about air, I knew it was done.
I knew it was
I
done.
knew it was
I knew
done.
I just had to take the entire little list and just toss it. There was no real point of the list anymore after we started talking about air.
Just to let the audience know, we had a professional list. We had so many different topics.
Literally,
we went to air. We spoke about oxygen.
literally went from planning of, oh, define your channel, explain your channel. What are you thinking? Who do where do you see yourself in the future? To yeah. So he walks outside, right? 2 months. He walks inside and he's just passing out air, like, and terrible. Had this whole. I even put it in like a really fancy font as well. I don't even like.
You structured it into paragraphs.
I structured it into paragraphs in this fancy little font. Like I would have definitely used Comic Sans like MS or something on this.
I have one more thing. If I talk about the pandemic today, I have one more question.
Go on.
Have you had COVID yet?
I have had COVID.
Really?
Mate, I have.
I've had 4 tests and I tested negative every single time. It's quite.
I had one test and I tested positive. Terrible. We can see
What's
ratio.
it like though? Like, for people who haven't had it, if they're listening, what does it feel like?
I definitely got one of the lighter ends. Like I didn't need to be hospitalized or something.
Does it feel like when it's lighter level? Does it just feel like a cold or what?
I think I got one of the lightest levels, but it was still bad.
Oh, okay.
You literally can't taste, you can't smell, and you get so tired. I already sleep so much. I already waste a lot of my time sleeping. But when I had COVID, it was even worse. Like, I would be struggling to get through school, and as soon as school ends, I shut the laptop down, I lay down for a bit, and I'm already asleep. And then it's just the next day. It's terrible. And my school ends at like 2. That's 2.
So it just makes you just get fatigued?
Pretty much. But it's just so bad. I think I got one. I didn't even have a fever or anything.
Or were you just bad at having it?
I don't know. I think I have a. You might be onto something there. I think I have a good immune system. Genuinely. But I could be wrong.
Must be good from all that air sniffing.
Yeah. I'm just a professional air sniffer.
Okay, cool. I think that was a good podcast.
If you look at the list, it says otherwise. But genuinely, I think it definitely was a good podcast. Good for
it entertained me. I don't care if
it
entertained me.
It entertained me. That's all that really matters at the end.
Okay, have a nice day, Khalil.
You too.
Goodbye, audience.
Goodbye, audience. Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, goodbye, audience. That works.
Goodbye, Wafflecasters.
Goodbye, wafflers.
Okay, see you guys.
See ya.
That never fall asleep. Someday I will leave you when I've had enough of your beauty.